Imagine you have a young, fragile seedling freshly planted in the soil. Outside, the wind is dry, the temperature swings sharply between day and night, and insects are lurking, ready to devour the first green shoot that appears. In conventional agriculture, you would need an expensive greenhouse, mist irrigation systems, and strict pest control with chemical pesticides that cost a fortune and leave residues in your food. But what if I told you that a simple, transparent plastic bottle, cut and inverted, can outperform a professional greenhouse worth thousands of dollars? What looks like an elementary school recycling project is, in reality, a precision thermodynamic reactor that creates a high-pressure, saturated humidity microclimate. In 2026, we are revealing the inverted bottle trick. Get ready to discover why the greenhouse industry hates this method, because it makes high-performance growing accessible to anyone with access to someone else's trash. The science behind this system is what we call the microscale greenhouse effect with solar distillation cycle. To understand why the inverted bottle works so well, we need to look at the physics of the leaf. A young seedling spends most of its energy trying not to dehydrate. Wind, which seems harmless, is actually one of the greatest killers of young seedlings. It strips away the moisture layer that surrounds each leaf and forces the plant to pump water from its roots at a speed the soil often cannot keep up with. When you place a transparent dome over it, you create a closed system. The water the plant transpires does not escape into the atmosphere. It condenses on the cold walls of the bottle and trickles back down to the roots. It is a perpetual self-irrigation cycle. But the secret is not only the water, it is the pressure and thermal stability that the plastic provides. Why does the industry hate this? Because the gardening market profits from selling solutions to problems that their own way of planting creates. They sell expensive glass cloches, polycarbonate covers, and complex ventilation systems. The inverted bottle solves all of that for free. It shields against wind, keeps soil temperature 5 degrees above the outside air, and prevents pests like caterpillars and slugs from ever reaching the plant. In 2026, true technology is the kind that uses geometry and physics to eliminate the need for industrial products. It is the intelligence of simplicity defeating the complexity of the expensive. The engineering of the inverted bottle is built on the pillar of saturated vapor pressure. By limiting the volume of air around the seedling, the bottle quickly reaches 100% relative humidity. In this environment, the plant stops sweating, that is, stops transpiring excessively, and focuses all of its energy on cell division and root expansion. The result is growth up to 3 times faster than the same plant under open sky. Think about it. The same seed, the same soil, the same water. The only difference is the bottle, and the result is tripling the speed of growth. You are creating a botanical intensive care unit where the plant has everything it needs to reach maturity in record time. The first pillar of high yield is the top valve control. The secret that most people overlook is the use of the bottle cap. During cold mornings, the cap stays closed to retain the heat accumulated from the previous night and the water vapor the plant itself generated while it rested. As the sun rises and the internal temperature increases, you open the cap or make small holes at the top to allow gas exchange and prevent overheating. This controlled breathing is what allows the plant to achieve maximum photosynthesis without scorching its leaves. You are the flight engineer of each seedling, adjusting the climate in real time with a simple twist of plastic. No high-tech equipment does this better than your own hands and a reused bottle cap. The second pillar is the diffusion lens effect. Curved plastic bottles act as light diffusers. Instead of sunlight hitting the leaf directly and causing oxidative stress, the phenomenon that burns the edges of young leaves and halts growth, the curvature of the bottle scatters the solar rays, illuminating the plant from every angle, including the underside of leaves that would normally remain in shade. This stimulates denser, more compact, and more vigorous growth, while also preventing the plant from becoming leggy or etiolated as it stretches toward the light. In 2026, we use this natural optics principle to grow tropical plants in temperate regions with absolute success, without any expensive adaptation or imported equipment. But there is a technical detail that the greenhouse industry does not want you to notice. the CO2 cycle reinforcement. Inside the bottle, the concentration of carbon dioxide increases slightly due to the respiration of the roots and the soil microbiota. Since CO2 is heavier than air, it becomes trapped at the base of the bottle, exactly where the plant needs it most to carry out photosynthesis at peak efficiency. You have created a completely natural, zero-cost carbon enrichment environment. It is the same principle used in high-tech commercial greenhouses that inject compressed gas at enormous expense, but you are doing it using only the living biology of the soil and a 2-liter bottle pulled from the trash. An advanced secret is the use of the bottle as a thermal inertia barrier for the soil. By burying the rim of the bottle a few centimeters into the ground, you insulate not only the air, but also the earth surrounding the roots. This creates a heat reserve that prevents the soil temperature from dropping rapidly at night when the cold outside sets in. For the roots, it is as though winter never truly arrived. In 2026, innovative growers are using bottles painted black on the base and left transparent on top to maximize heat absorption from the soil during the day, creating genuine individual thermal batteries for each pepper plant, tomato, or eggplant in the bed. On the practical side, the transition secret is absolutely vital and frequently underestimated. The biggest mistake beginners make is removing the bottle all at once when the plant has grown too large to fit inside. That abrupt move can kill a plant that was thriving perfectly. The plant was spoiled by the ideal, controlled climate you created. It never learned to cope with real wind, low external humidity, and unfiltered sunlight. The correct method demands a gradual and respectful acclimatization. You start by removing only the cap for a few days, letting air circulate through the top. Then you make progressively larger holes in the sides over the course of a week. Finally, you remove the bottle entirely on a cloudy day when the sun is weak and the wind is calm. This trains the plant's cell walls to withstand wind and the low humidity of the outside world without collapsing. It is the pedagogy of growth, maximum protection in infancy, gradual freedom in botanical adolescence. Many people rightly ask, what about fungal diseases caused by the high humidity inside the bottle? It is a legitimate concern. In enclosed, humid environments, fungi like mildew and grey mold love to take hold. In 2026, we solved this by applying a thin layer of wood ash, our grey gold, on the surface of the soil before placing the bottle. The natural alkalinity of the ash creates a hostile environment for pathogenic fungi, while the humid surroundings accelerate the release of minerals and nutrients from the ash directly to the plant's roots. It is the perfect synergy between two materials that would otherwise be thrown away: the ash of fire and the plastic of modern consumption. One person's waste becomes another's medicine. There is yet another powerful ally that few people know about: crushed eggshells applied alongside the ash. Rich in calcium, they strengthen the cell walls of the seedlings, making them more resistant to fungi and sap-sucking insects. Inside the bottle's microclimate, this calcium dissolves slowly with the moisture, reaching the roots in a continuous and balanced way, like a slow-release supplement. It is precision nutrition at zero additional cost, using only what you would already throw away in the kitchen. The impact of this trick on your productivity and finances is massive and immediate. If you plant 100 seedlings using the inverted bottle trick, your survival rate will rise from an average of 60% to nearly 100%. You immediately eliminate the cost of replacing lost seedlings and the cost of agricultural pesticides, since the bottle acts as an impenetrable physical shield against most common pests. No slug gets in, no cricket gets in, no caterpillar gets in. It is exclusion engineering applied to the small garden, and it costs nothing beyond time and creativity. A secret kept by master horticulturalists is the use of colored bottles for specific purposes. Green bottles filter part of the blue and red light, creating a soft shade ideal for plants that need less intense light, like ferns, hydrangeas, and certain medicinal herbs that naturally live in the understory of a forest. Blue bottles, in turn, filter wavelengths that preferentially stimulate the vegetative growth of leaves, making them perfect for lettuces, spinach, and arugula. In 2026, the colored plastic trash on our sidewalks becomes a sophisticated optical filter that allows the gardener to choose exactly which part of the solar spectrum to deliver to each specific plant. It is chromotherapy applied to food production, and the raw material is scattered all around you. The implementation requires only that you collect bottles that would be thrown away. Wash them well with water and a little vinegar to remove any chemical residue. Cut the bottom with a sturdy pair of scissors and place them over freshly planted seeds or recently transplanted seedlings. Press the rim of the bottle firmly into the soil so the wind cannot knock it over and to ensure thermal insulation of the roots. Within a few days, you will see condensation droplets gleaming like tiny diamonds on the inner walls of the bottle. That gleam is the most beautiful sign a gardener can witness. It is the sign that your thermal reactor is working, that the water cycle is active, and that life is thriving under your silent protection. The inverted bottle trick is the most powerful reminder that abundance does not depend on capital, but on creativity and knowledge. While large companies try to sell you beginner greenhouse kits for hundreds of dollars, made of dubious quality plastic that will crack at the first frost, you are in your backyard transforming a serious environmental problem, discarded plastic, into a real and lasting food solution. It is the alchemy of the modern age, turning the pollutant into the engine of the green oasis you are building. In this video, we explored the physics of vapor saturation, natural CO2 enrichment, the optics of light diffusion, and soil thermal inertia. But our journey of natural engineering is reaching its moment of maximum integration. We have seen how to draw water from nothing, how to generate heat without electricity, how to create intelligent shade, how to nourish the soil with free minerals, and how to protect each individual life inside its plastic cocoon. Now we need to unite all these systems under a single dome, not a 2-liter bottle, but a biospheric dome for you and your entire family. If you want the complete species-by-species acclimatization timing guide, the color map of bottles for different types of crops, and the detailed manual for protection against overheating in hot climates like ours, I have prepared an exclusive and comprehensive resource for our community of microclimate engineers. The Inverted Bottle Manual is your definitive guide to absolute planting success, from seedling to harvest. It is the practical knowledge that makes the greenhouse industry obsolete and returns the power of growing to your own hands. In our next video, the grand finale of this epic series, we will reveal the secret of the biospheric house, the geodesic dome of self-sufficiency. I will show you how to build a structure that is, essentially, a giant inverted bottle for human beings. A place where air is naturally filtered by plants, water flows in an eternal and intelligent cycle, and heat is managed by the perfection of geometry. We will learn once and for all to live inside the very miracle we learned to create. The earth gave us coolness, the air gave us water, the compost gave us fire, the seeds gave us life, the roots gave us purity, the stones gave us abundance, the vacuum gave us comfort, the spiral gave us the harvest, the soil gave us warmth, the shade gave us efficiency, the ashes gave us eternity, and the bottle gave us the protection that every life deserves in its very first moment. What remains now is to inhabit this wisdom with courage and consistency. The manual is in your hands. Until the next lesson in natural engineering,